very popular snack, samosas. These can be filled with any stuffing of your choice. Today I'm going to make delicious potato stuffing to go along with this samosas, and this is going to be really yummy, and I'm going to show you how you get the crispy texture for the outer layer. So let's quickly start with the recipe. First go through the ingredients. Later I'll show you the step-by-step procedure of making the samosas. For making the dough, you need 1 cup of all-purpose flour or maida, 1/4 teaspoon of ajwain, carom seeds, 3 tablespoons of oil, salt to taste, and you also need some water to knead the dough. You need a very little amount of water. We want tight and stiff dough for the samosas. And for the stuffing, you need 3 medium-sized boiled potatoes. Have slightly mashed them, 1/4 teaspoon of cumin powder, 1/4 teaspoon of coriander powder, a generous pinch of asafoetida or hing, 2 tablespoons of oil, 1/2 teaspoon of mustard seeds, 1/2 teaspoon of cumin seeds, salt to taste, 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric powder, 1/4 teaspoon of garam masala powder, green chilies finely chopped to taste, 1/4 teaspoon of finely chopped onion, and you also need 3 tablespoons of finely chopped cilantro. For deep frying the samosas, you need some oil, so you can use any oil such as vegetable oil or even the canola oil. So let's start by preparing the dough first. So into the wide bowl, I'm going to add in the all-purpose flour, followed by ajwain, salt, and most important, oil. This oil that we are going to add into the flour, it helps in developing nice flakiness into the samosas. This is very important ingredient, and I'm going to mix all this oil into the flour. As you see, you could see some crumb texture into this flour after adding the oil into the flour. This is how you want. If you want, you could even add any kind of fat such as clarified butter or even the butter as well. I'm going to add a little bit of water at a time and make a very tight dough out of it. So for making the dough, I just used 1/4 cup of water, nothing more than that. We want a tight and stiff dough out of it. Make sure that you get everything out from the corners of the bowl and make a very stiff dough out of this. And finally, I'm going to coat it with just few drops of oil, and I'm going to cover this until we are ready with the stuffing. So now let's start preparing the stuffing. So into the wide bowl, I'm going to start by heating up the oil. I'm going to season it once the oil is nice and hot. I'm going to start by adding the mustard seeds. Allow them to pop completely and add in the cumin seeds, pinch of hing, turmeric powder, green chili. Mix it through. Add in the onion. Let the onion get cooked. It should be nice and soft. You can pretty much add any kind of masalas like chaat masala or even the lemon juice, the pepper powder. You can spice it up the way you like. But here I got the coriander powder and the cumin powder. I'm going to dump in the potato and mix the potato along with the onion and the masala. You can use the same stuffing inside the dosa or even the aloo bonda. The stuffing can also go into the puff pastry sheets and make puffs out of this. So there are n number of ways to use this stuffing. So finally, to finish this off, I'm going to add in the lots of cilantro and the garam masala powder and mix in through. Cilantro adds a great flavor. In the place of cilantro, you could reduce the amount and even add in the mint for a different flavor. As I told you, you can go crazy about how you make the masala. Anyhow, it tastes great because of the potatoes. And last but not least, I'm going to add in the salt and mix in through. If you want, you could even add in some lemon juice along with the salt as well. So our flavorful potato filling is all ready. You could even give it a taste test and you can adjust according to your preference, salt and even the spices. Mine is just perfect. I'm going to turn off the heat. This is all ready. I'm going to take it out from the pan, let it cool completely before stuffing into the samosa. So it's been a while now. I have my stuffing ready. It has cooled down completely and the dough is looking nice and beautiful. Let's start dividing the dough into small balls. I'm going to make 1-inch round balls out of it because we are going to make small samosas, bite-sized samosas, which I like. So give it a final knead. So you might probably get about 6 to 8 dumplings out of it. So there I have 6 balls. I'm just going to smoothen them and start rolling into chapatis, and we are going to divide each chapati into 2 parts and later shape them into samosas. I am working with 1 dumpling. I'm going to cover the remaining because we don't want them to dry up, and you could even dust it with the dry all-purpose flour. Now I'm going to start rolling into 5-inch diameter circle. I'm going to divide this into 2 and I'm going to seal this like this. If it's not getting sealed properly, you could even coat it with a little bit of water, but my dough is looking beautiful. I don't need any additional water for this. Just stick it carefully so that it's completely sealed and you get a cone on top when you invert it. So into this portion I'm going to add in the potato filling. As I told you, you can use any filling of your choice. And I'm going to pull this up a little bit so that I'll be able to seal this. Make sure that you're sealing it properly. So after you seal it completely like so, over here I'm going to make a pleat. And again press it. So there you have beautiful samosa ready. And similarly you can do the same way with the remaining batter as well. Make sure that you seal everything properly. I'm going to fry them up in 2 batches. My oil is already going on low to medium. Make sure that you're frying on low to medium only. Otherwise they don't turn out crispy. So I'm just going to carefully slide all these samosas one by one into the moderately hot oil. And as I told you, I'm going to do this frying in 2 batches. And we are going to wait till these samosas float on top of the oil. So after 5 minutes, I'm going to increase the flame to medium and cook for 5 more minutes. Basically, we want them to cook from inside out. We want them to be nice and flaky and they should be nice and crispy. Now as you see, they are beautifully golden. I'm going to take them off from the pan and I'm going to follow the same thing with the remaining samosas as well. So there I have my yummy and crispy samosas and I wanted to show you how crispy they are. I'm going to give it a bite. They are super hot, they are very crispy and they are amazing. So there are my crunchy and flavorful samosas. These are really crispy. I hope you all had a great time watching this video. Don't forget to rate this video and do subscribe to Shruti's Kitchen for the latest recipe updates. And I'll be back soon with another great recipe. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.